Hey guys, here we are, still working away on the Catalina. Haven't given up yet. I don't know if any of that's going to show or not. This is actually a section of the wing that didn't require a whole bunch of problems, but I'm trying to leading edge there. What I've done is sanded off the rivets to try and give it that boot effect. The center section being strapped down to the straight edge, it helped. It still needed putty, and once again I've gotten rid of the leading edge rivets there, top and bottom. I was kind of glad that that's the way it looked on the cover of the box, just to let me sand on those edges without ruining detail that really wasn't there. On to the fuselage, where there was only a couple of spots that I would say the gaps were really bad, and all of this was clamped about every inch or so, and I don't have enough clamps to go around it, so it was kind of clamps chasing clamps the whole time. Some of it almost seems that it was having to be squeezed together so tight that I'm almost expecting this thing to, unfortunately, to pop open. I hope not. I used, well, I used, I guess, enough glue. You could probably call it a glue bomb. At least if you were on the inside of it, looking at the inside of the seams, I'm sure that's what you would see. So I got the rudder that's actually functional. I believe this actual front nose gun was working at one time, but who knows? I probably bonded that getting these halves together. So far from giving up, actually made considerable progress, and yeah, if it continues like this, I'll be a happy jappy. Or is that happy chappy? Anybody got any ideas on these, on the side bubbles there on the fuselage? They unfortunately they didn't come with an option. It's got the big, nice big opening, which it has this piece that will sit in and be recessed. And it looks like if I wanted to take the time, you could actually have it be functional. What I'm wanting to know is there a way to cut this that's not going to completely mangle it so it will actually fit in the opening? Because right now it's recessed in it, and it just, yeah, it's not an attractive look at all. The cockpit glass is painted similar to the box, at least as close as I could get it. It was interesting, the piece of glass, plastic. It had no markings on it. There were no lines to follow. So that was fun. There's actually two more smaller windows behind these four, which I've decided if I put in, it's just going to be with black paint. So it's coming along. Still have some parts that move. Used to move. Yep, they still move. So the pontoons can be down if it goes into a diorama of water, which that was the plan. It's just something I had to crack up about. I don't know if this camera's going to catch this or not, but this guy obviously is just covered in flash. It almost looks like he has two arms there. But if you can see it, the oxygen mask tube is actually, you can actually make out the oxygen tube mask that actually comes away from the face. and then connects back with his body. That must have been a mistake. How on earth that could have happened, I don't know. I found that interesting. Hopefully I can clean all the flash and still have that left. Let's see here. A bit of another bummer is I had sent out some packages to Canada, and apparently they are lost in transition, I guess. Thankfully they weren't kits or anything like that, just some books and papers, miscellaneous papers and whatnot. Never fear, I am going to restart all of that paperwork and get them on the way again and pay for a tracking number this time. My only hope is that while doing all of this paperwork again, the package will show up, and that would be a good thing. Anybody got any ideas how to get, if I wanted to, because I know it's legal and copyrighted and all that, but if I wanted to share books, say, with a family member, I got lots of audio books on this Mac of mine. How would I get those to someone on, say, a thumb drive or small drive like that, to where when it got to the other person, it didn't ask for password and access to all of my iTunes information and other information from the looks of it? Any ideas on that? Like I said, I'm working on a Mac, so, and I know they're by far not as popular as PCs, but I have seen in some of your videos they are out there. So if you know, please help a brother out so I can get some of these books out. I think there's quite a few of us that actually go turn a book on and listen to it while tooling away. I really am disgusted about those packages. What a bummer. It shouldn't have been a cheapskate in the first place, I guess. Mr. Darren Shank, you wanted to see the, it is in fact a drawing that I usually have behind me, only because I'm not done with my shelving yet. That's, let's see here, carbon and graphite. Nice big chunks of carbon, which if you've ever worked with, you'll know gets everywhere. And yeah, I don't think you could get any blacker on a piece of paper unless you were using black ink. So that's on watercolor paper. If you want to see some other real good drawings, I know Prop72 just put up some of his works, and as a matter of fact, we've been messaging back and forth a little bit about it. It turns out that he uses a different paper than I do, which I have, which is Bristol. But unfortunately, I've got the Bristol Smooth, and it won't hold. It doesn't have any tooth to it at all. It's just what it says. It's smooth, and to try and work on that with graphite, you end up getting, if you look at it from angles, there's a sheen to it that ruins the drawing. So I'm going to pick up some regular Bristol paper and try some works. Not only that, as I said to him, I'm going to back off on the size of the drawings. I'm going to start going with something a little more manageable. So, because it's just as frustrating to work with a model that's that the fit's just not right on. It's just as frustrating to work hours on a drawing and have it go south for the winter. So, not that there wouldn't be hours involved, it's smaller, but certainly less, that's for sure. So, because that's what I do while I'm waiting for paint and glue to dry. So, hopefully as shelving continues to go in here, I'll leave myself some room for drawings, and I'll be able to put a few more up anyway. Some of the portraits I had fun doing for sure. Like my grandfather in his naval uniform. That was one of my favorites. That'll be going up. Faux show. Anyhow, I hope you guys are having a good day. If you are one of those souls expecting a package, all I can say is I apologize, and I will be working feverishly to get them en route to you. So thank you for your patience, and if they by some chance show up, it'll just be a big relief on my end to know. All right, gents. So if anybody has any clues on how to get those books off of this Mac into some of you through the mail without it being on CD, because unfortunately that's why I'm stuck doing it right now. It's the only way I know how. Anyway, gents, have a good day. The Catalina's coming along. Not done by a long shot, just had a rough patch there. Had a wee bit of a rough patch. Nothing that a good night's sleep and a hammer and some nails didn't fix. Have a good day, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.